Welcome to Sacramento State Stadium. High noon is here and this showdown is ready to roll on EA Sports College Football. It's the Kansas Jayhawks and the Sacramento State Hornets. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Catching up with the Sacramento State head coach before the game, he is obviously very excited. He has waited a long time for this opportunity. He came to this university when he was just 18 years old as a player, and now he will lead his team out of the tunnel as the head coach. It is a dream come true, and his emotions are very high. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Jayhawks offense will take the field first. And there he is. Senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius.
Makes the catch and he's free. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there, and because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Caught close to the marker, it's Cox. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Might have a chance. Got enough space. Touchdown, Kansas. First score of the game goes up.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires on the move. Caught by Williams on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Off play action. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Looking long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And here comes the punt team. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The run inside. It's Edwards. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. He's got him in the flat. Turns it on in midfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's McMillan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cox. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Trying to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. 1st down for this offense. Might as well give it to him again. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going to take off. Caught. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Motion from the wideout. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Back to throw, it's Marshall. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful if you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback. That's not a good sign for this offensive line.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to adjust the pattern. The run inside. It's Dupree.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Wide 29! Wide 29! Motion!
Running inside, it's Edwards. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Go! Go, go!
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. He'll bring it out. It's raining. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Rides to back and leaves it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? On target. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Short gain on the play before he slides. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Pocket breaking down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now. And they've got to find some answers.
The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
On the draw, it's Edwards. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. With the catch, it's Cox. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to get it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the delay, it's Edwards. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on an RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's Curtis. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The play action fake. Catch in the middle. It's Burrell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down, now looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. Gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. Turning it on. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll take a final shot here on 4th down, probably the last play of the half. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's Ole Miss coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Sacramento. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Working that left side now. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To throw, it's Marshall. Makes the grab, it's McMillan. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
when you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just dived as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete on the left to Williams. Jinging on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Love the play call. I love being aggressive there in the first play of the drive, backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away, find some real estate. Receiver, QB on the same page. It's looking really nice if you're on offense.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Back to pass on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. Open spaces. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Burrell. Tackled there by the defense.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Off the RPO, complete. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Sacramento State. Into the end zone for 6.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
From the gun. He's got the tight end. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Hey guys, checking in from the Kansas sideline. They are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He wants to change this route. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Finding some room. At the 20. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house.
Set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Wilson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.